Or is he just tripping once again? So Kanye West recently made some bold claims about Beyonce and Jay Z and how they're heavily involved in the occult and have performed human sacrifices. Of course, this sent everyone into a frenzy because while there have been rumors of this for years, this is the first time we're hearing from someone so close to the source. But when did these sacrifices take place? Who did they sacrifice? And is Kanye telling the truth, or is he just trying to chase clout?
They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Rough waters. Kanye West's relationship with Beyonce and Jay Z really used to be one of the best friendships in Hollywood because we could tell that they really loved and cared for one another. We all thought that their friendship was going to last forever, but it all started falling apart about 10 years ago, not long after he started dating Kim Kardashian. The relationship between the three superstars progressively got worse and worse, and according to reports, they barely speak to each other these days. And honestly, it's kind of hard to blame Beyonce and Jay Z. Everybody knows how private and low-key they like to keep their personal lives. But Kanye hasn't exactly made this easy for them because he's constantly talking about them and exposing them in the media for not being good friends to him. For example, during one of his shows in 2016, he exposed Beyonce for buying awards and exposed her for making the award organizers give the award to her instead of him, and claimed that she threatened not to perform if she didn't win the award.
I heard that you said you wouldn't perform unless you won Video of the Year over me.
His rants against them got worse and worse as time went on, and in 2016, he pretty much confirmed that his relationship with Jay Z had burned out when he accused Jay Z of not checking in on him and Kim after she was robbed in Paris.
You call me after the robbery, you say how you feeling. You want to know how I'm feeling? Come by the house. Bring the kids by the house.
But people don't always buy his rants, and they believe that he's using Beyonce and Jay Z for clout. Some people, especially the Beehive, believe that Kanye is just salty that he no longer is in Beyonce and Jay Z's inner circle, and he's taking out his anger on them by calling them out in his shows and dragging them on social media whenever he gets the chance. They're saying that Kanye is just pained, and that's really why he's being messy by dragging his former friends. Blah, blah, blah. Now, in the past couple of months at least, Kanye has eased off on calling Bey and Jay Z out. But it looks like he's back to his old ways again, because he just dragged them in the worst way ever. And this time, his allegations are more serious than ever, because he accused them of carrying out sacrifices in Hollywood. So is Kanye just salty about no longer being friends with the high-powered couple? Or is he really telling the truth this time around about Hollywood's biggest power couple, Queen of Voodoo? Now, before we get into Kanye's latest accusations, we need to talk about the fact that this isn't the first time that Beyonce and Jay Z have been accused of being involved in something shady. For years, there were rumors that both Beyonce and Jay Z were involved in the Illuminati, which is a secret group that deals with the occult and gives people fame, power, and money in exchange for their souls. Beyonce and Jay Z never really managed to beat the Illuminati rumors, and there are still hundreds of thousands of people, even today, who believe that they're involved in occult practices, and that's the reason for their widespread fame and fortune. Of course, both stars have consistently denied this, but people just don't buy their denial. Hollywood is a dark and twisted place, and most people would be shocked if they found out about some of the sick and twisted things that their favorite celebrities did to hold on to their fame and power. And according to one of Beyonce's former employees, Bey is just as involved with the occult as people think, and maybe even more. The employee, whose name is Kimberly Thompson, was Beyonce's drummer for 7 years, and after she left Beyonce, she exposed her for performing witchcraft and other creepy occult practices. In 2018, she came forward to expose Beyonce, and according to The Blast, she claims that for some reason, Bey has started a campaign of harassment against her that includes extreme witchcraft, dark magic, and magic spells of sexual molestation. She also claims the Lemonade star murdered her kitten. Thompson believes Beyonce has been tapping her phones and controlling her finances. It's unclear why Thompson believes the singer is allegedly doing all this to her, but she is adamant it all stems from Bey. She also made a couple of videos where she accused Beyonce of casting spells to keep Thompson under her control and using mind control tactics to keep Thompson tied down.
The person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, all just a very wicked tactic to just keep me down and keep me under some type of control.
Thompson took things further by attempting to get a restraining order against Beyonce. She filed a motion to get a temporary restraining order against Beyonce that would legally prevent Beyonce from coming around or even trying to contact her. But the judge turned down the motion because there was no evidence to show that Beyonce posed any form of threat to Thompson. Thompson faces a lot of backlash from Beyonce's fans, which isn't all that surprising because we all know how much they love to protect their queen. Thompson was dragged, with people saying things like, "This just seems very egocentric. Was she close to Beyonce? Why would Beyonce, if she is a witch, waste witchcraft on a woman who cannot impact her life in any way if she decided to no longer be a part of it? And she's mad she got fired." However, there were a few people who believed her, like this person that said, "Knowing what I know and have researched, I believe this woman." And this other person that commented, "Let's talk about how Beyonce's drummer of 5 years accused her of molestation with the use of witchcraft and also killed her cat, and how you guys called her crazy and dismissed her. What if it's true though? I believe it, to be honest." But with Kanye's recent allegations against Beyonce and Jay Z, more people are starting to sit up and wonder if there's more to the power meets the eye. But what exactly is it that Kanye said that has everyone so shocked? Well, he said a lot, and we're going to talk about it right now. The sacrificial lamb. As we said earlier, one thing we can always depend on Kanye to do is speak his mind at all times. Whether he's exposing his ex-wife Kim for cheating on him, expressing his anti-Semitic views, or exposing his former best friends for carrying out human sacrifices, Kanye's always going to let us know what he thinks. And in recent times, his boldness has cost him a lot because he went from being a billionaire to being a millionaire after he lost all his brand deals because of his anti-Semitic comments. But that hasn't stopped Kanye or affected his momentum in any way because he recently exposed a couple of high-profile celebrities, including Beyonce and Jay Z.
My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm Christian.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. This truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail. And even if they did figure out a way, they can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see,
you.
it ain't no name I won't name.
Wow, these are some heavy claims. And once again, it kind of confirms what people have been suspecting about Hollywood superstars for years. And for those who missed the secret meaning behind Kanye West's words, he kind of hinted that a lot of celebrities are involved in human sacrifices and have people killed as a part of their ritual for fame. Now, he didn't say this word for word, but he insinuated it when he claimed that he couldn't be controlled by the people running Hollywood because he hasn't killed anyone. But then he went ahead to list people who could be controlled. And this leads us to the logical conclusion that he's hinting that these people have taken a life before. A lot of people believe Kanye because, as we said before, there have been speculations and rumors about Beyonce and Jay Z being involved in the occult. Someone said, he may speak like an insane person, but he is truly speaking the truth and exposing the evil of the industry. I give him props for being courageous and brave. Another person said, I've heard the talk about Jay Z and Beyonce before by other people. It is not unheard of to hear this kind of stuff about the music industry. For years, there has been a dark side in the industry, and if you don't join them, you don't make it to the top. But as usual, Beyonce's fans are once again coming for Kanye, with this person saying, Kanye is so obsessed with Beyonce Giselle Knowles-Carter. And another person saying, with every day that passes, it becomes very clear that Jay Z and Beyonce were smart to distance themselves from Kanye. But then there's one more connection that makes things even shadier, and that's a gym trainer known as Harley Pasternak. Mind control. For those of you who don't know who Harley Pasternak is, he's a fitness instructor who's worked with a lot of top celebrities, including Beyonce and Jay Z. In fact, Beyonce and Jay Z loved his work so much that they hired him to help them design their home gym. So from this, we already know that Harley works closely with them. Well, Kanye recently shared a screenshot of a threatening text message that Harley sent to him, saying, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words, and everything that is discussed is based on fact, and not some crazy stuff that a dumb friend of yours told you, or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you, and you go back to Zombieland forever. Playdate with the kids just won't be the same. This immediately sent off red flags because people started wondering why and how a personal trainer had the audacity to threaten Kanye as he did. And the general conclusion is that he has the backing of some powerful people. Beyonce and Jay Z were the first names to pop up because Harley's threats came up almost immediately after Kanye exposed Beyonce and Jay Z. Also, people pointed out something super concerning, and that's the fact that Harley threatened to have Kanye institutionalized again. Now, in 2019, Kanye was at Harley's home when he started acting erratically, which led to him being taken to UCLA for psychiatric evaluation. And according to a Twitter user who took screenshots of Harley's Wikipedia page before it got heavily edited, Harley has some experience with military-level psychological experimentations. According to one viral Twitter thread, he also used to work for the Department of National Defense with the Canadian government and was employed by a military facility that conducts research into different psychological operations for the purpose of influencing human behavior. With Harley's close ties to Beyonce and Jay Z, things are starting to look a lot messier for the couple. People seem to think that Harley is in charge of handling messy business, and this person said, but that trainer threatened him before, and Kanye even posted the messages. This Harley Pasternak guy seems like the guy tasked with handling him for the most part, and did threaten him in the past. So is Kanye telling the truth about Beyonce and Jay Z? Or is this just his way of seeking attention? Well, we're gonna have to wait on Kanye to let us know.